Perfect.
Yo, how's everybody doing this evening? I'd like to welcome you to Soft Sports. If you're not familiar with Soft Sports is Houston Texans Homer Network, where we talk about all sports, but only Houston. I'm your host, Honcho. Happy to see you guys. Hope everything's good. Hope you guys have been having a good old time. Appreciate that, Voodoo Child. You're one funny guy. Shout out to Voodoo. Hope everything's good. We all know it's all about Mrs. Voodoo, but hey, shout out to Voodoo to you too, man. What's going on? Hope all is good. So we're gonna splash and we're gonna drip. So don't trip. We're gonna keep it real about General Mills. We're gonna talk a little bit about the Bills. All that good stuff. Man, get the fuck out of here. What's the motherfucking deal, man? It's your boy and Honcho, man. It's good to see y'all. It's been like a fucking week, bro. Like, I think we did a Thursday night fucking shit, and everything went kerfluck after that, right? So, after all that, I have been tinkering with the set, and it's been bad. Like, everything that's supposed to be didn't. You know what I'm saying? So I finally got my hands, like I said, if you were in the den, you already know, but I was trying to upgrade my shit. Should have been a plug and play operation. Somehow, hard drive my operating system gets on, it goes bad. I tried to save everything. Everything gets wiped out if y'all didn't see the messages on the fucking thing. And I thought I saved everything. Here's the cold-blooded part about it, right? I thought I saved everything. Thought I saved it all. And then fucking had it on an external hard drive. Got everything kind of back going. Had to end up switching up the hard. I don't know what's. I got to send that bitch back. Anyway, and something like, okay, cool, saved everything, no big deal. Just got to switch the operating system to another hard drive. Don't want to do it, but got to do it. Whatever. All right, cool, no big deal. Fucking somehow, some way, I don't know what the fuck happened. I swear to God, I went to sleep that night after I transferred everything. I was up late. I transferred everything off the hard drive. Okay, I'm cool. I got all my old files. Still got all the sauce, everything. Then shit. I wake up the next day. It's the next afternoon. I cut the fucking computer on, and I see this OneDrive bullshit syncing some shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I'm looking for how much, like, there's like 5 files and all the sauce shit. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, maybe it's been synced over to this OneDrive shit, bro. When I say angry man. Oh, I know now. I know now. Food. I've fried it, bro. I was so upset. Appreciate the love, super solid, super chat love. So I went and bought me a big external bitch. I got another small external, but I got one big one that I'm gonna store everything on. I got a little small one, and then I got it on the actual hard drive. And then bro, I'm gonna say a mad Honcho. I'm talking about just, and the fucked up part about it is because I've been telling, like, I've been working on some shit that I want to do that I have. I mean, it's just like I want to bring more entertainment to the social, and so like that's the cold blooded part about it because I spent a lot of time working on that shit, and all that shit got wiped out, and some of that shit is shit I'm not super familiar with, so it was kind of cut and paste, plug and figure it out as I go. And so now I got to do all that shit over again. But I guess it gives me more reason to learn. Anyway, enough about me. How are y'all? Shout out to Sauce Nation. Y'all know what we can do. Sauce Nation roll call. I'm going to set up a little bit different. So if I'm all over the place, just forgive me. Sauce Nation roll call. Shout out to Side with Pride. If you are from the greater Houston area, let me know where you're at. If you're not from the greater Houston area, that's unfortunate for you. But it's digital. I can still send some love in your direction. We'll talk a little bit about meals. I ain't gonna lie, I was running a little bit late. There was something else I want to do with that. Just stick with me. I'm kind of borderline, and like I said, the stream's gonna look a little bit different. Probably spend some time this evening after the den working on some more shit. Like it's gonna get real live. Like, trust me, it's gonna be much more fun in the sauce, right? Like I said, I feel like this is the most interactive sports conversation in all the city, and so it is what it is, baby. What's going on? All right, let's see. Derek Bennett, Power, Vincent Vaughn, Street Runners. What's the motherfucking deal? Danny, Alana, the better half of the greatest moderating couple in all the land. Cruz, why I got to be trolling? Why can't Davis Mill be the best rookie right now? I mean, maybe the Texans are smarter than we all are, and they got a steal, right? All the other rookies look like they're performing like ass. We'll get back to it though. Myron said, "Can't wait till Watson gone. He out here living his life, living the life, getting paid to do it, not producing shit." Oh, Houston, Texas talk. What you got? What you got? I'm opening up the line, man. Holler at me. You can text the line, whatever the number is. I think 346-36 sauce. That's all I remember. Slim Hardaway. Took you 9 years to marry a wife. All right, I feel you, baby. Yeah, I feel you. I mean, hey, sample size is important. That is very important. Let me move that up just a little bit. Let me see. Patriots daddy Mac Jones over Davis Mills. What is Mac Jones done? Whack Jones? Who? Whack Jones? Appreciate the super saucy super chat love. You say she's better, but you say, "Hey babe," wrong. Shaking my head. Ulane, I have no idea where that's from. That just, and then I'm just gonna say something. Like, oh yeah, that is where that is. Mac Jones over Davis Mills. Stop the cap. Purple Drake. What's the motherfucking deal? Some of the remarks. I don't know. I have no idea. Let me see. Press Ryle, Chris Miller, 45 stepping. Let me see. Rudy does have the best QBR. Hey, I'm just saying. I know we ain't seen a whole lot of Trey, and so that, you kind of got that thing going there. But for the rest of it, man, I always said a cover page making you know, but you didn't like that. I made that shit last week. Like, that was gonna be like the day after the Thursday night game. That was gonna be the thumbnail, and then, like I said, everything just started. Pew, pew, pew. Oh, the lovely Miss Sarah Lou. How are you? Taking Commanders Mall. Herb Gotti. What's the motherfucking deal? Cody Moore. Let me see. Leo. Let me slide. Hold on, man. If I miss you, I ain't dish you. Got Hoyer in my hard drive. It happens. JP the Don. Woodlands in the building. Hoodlands in the building already. I'm still not calling him. I'm not calling him money for no reason whatsoever. Let's see. Wrong name. Tony Snow don't do no blow. What? Let's talk about it. Let's get into it though. All right. And like I said, I had something else I wanted to do, but I didn't have time to knock it off the way I wanted to. Right. So it is what it is. Let's talk about it. Texans last week. Let's be honest, right? Why is this so? Why is this so low? All right, there we go. That should be a little bit better. Excuse me. Got hiccups and shit. I'm all over the place. Last week took on the Panthers. Wasn't the greatest outing, but like I said, even after the thing, he didn't do as bad as I expected. He could have really done worse. Some of the things fell in the Texans' favor, but it just didn't pan out, right? I think, again, it's another one of those situations. Had you had a replacement in that situation, it might have went a different way. But we are where we are. We are who we are. And I said that Davis Mills is dividing the camp, right? And so what I mean by that, the Texans fan base, actually. I think I need to trim my nose here. And then I said he's dividing the fan base, right? Because you got the people who are saying, hey, let's tank. Fuck this shit. Let's keep Davis Mills in. Let's just ride this shit all the way to the bottom. Let's just bomb, right? Let's fuck it, right? With consent. Then you got people like, man, we need to win every chance we get. We need to win no matter what. Fuck that tank shit. You know, this is time wasted. You got veteran players, careers being wasted. It is what it is, right? And then I think you got the folks who are kind of like me. I'm just here to see the show. Like, at this point, whatever happens, happens. I'm just ready. Like I said, I know that to me this year is a wash. It's not a real year till you get a first round pick. And again, like I said, so I'm ready to get on from Deshaun. And I want to talk about that. I'm mad I even said his name, number 4. But before that, let's get there. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Hey, you like that, huh? Make sure y'all hit that like button right there. Oh yeah. My thing is, yeah, dude. There's consensus, right? Like some people say, hey, wait till after the season, see where teams are at, you know, because you might get a better pick, you might get a worse pick, depending on, you know, how they pan out. Deshaun goes to a team, automatically they improve, depending on where they are. So my opinion is, and I guess I should put a little quick poll up, right? I should put a quick poll up, right? Where, if you have the opportunity, okay, because we know there's a lot of factors that have to fall in place, and we're going to get back to Mills. There's a lot of factors that have to fall in place. You know, you got to have the right assets. I don't care about the legal situation. That was a him deal. And then, like we're talking timing. Do you, and the no trade clause too, do you move Deshaun Watson as soon as possible? Like, if somebody offered it and put it on the table now, let's just say it's all out there, whatever. If somebody comes with an offer that's suitable right now, do you take it now? Do you wait as close to the trade deadline as you can? Or do you wait until, you know, the off season, prior to close to the next season or whatever they call it, the operating of the NFL season, whatever, I forgot what the proper term is, before you try to move him? Like, what do you do if you're the Houston Texans? What do you think the smartest move is? What would you do if you were in the shoes of Nick Caserio, right? That's what I'm curious about. I want to know what you think about that. But getting back to Davis Mills, I, to no surprise to anyone in the sauce, am not a fan of Davis Mills, right? But I'm also a man of honesty, right? And I have to be honest about things because that matters, right? At this point right now in the season, and I think there are factors, let's not overwhelm ourselves, right? At this point right now in the season, You got 3 games in. Davis Mills has played a game and a half. Compared to some of these other guys who may have a smaller or larger sample size, some guys come in with injury and all other shit, and we can get to that. That went ahead of him, other than I would say probably Trey, because I haven't seen a lot of Trey. Um, statistically, statistically, Davis Mills does not look terrible, right? The rookies have been bad. Now, we're just talking rookies. Now, what is that saying? Is that saying that this was a terrible rookie class for quarterbacks? Because by most accounts that I'm hearing, whispers and murmurs, they're saying that next year's class is going to be worse. Who is it, Rattler? That they're cheering for his backup to come in? And I've seen lots of people in the Rattler camp to tank for Rattler. The college quarterbacks are looking bad. So my thing is, what do you do? I am almost of the belief, and shout out to Spitz for this. Spitz had said it in the Discord that this is going to be a 2-year tank. It's going to be a 2-year tank. I don't know if we see the quarterback of the future next year. Shout out to Ray. Ray said the same thing. You don't go for a quarterback in this draft until you build a foundation around him, right? I see a lot of people liking Willis. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. I'm gonna say some things. I'm gonna use some black privilege right now because there's certain things that we can say in the sauce that nobody else can, which makes it lovely. I will take full advantage of that. But I'm always open to everybody's opinion, and what I mean by that is, do you think Deshaun has poo-pooed the Texans organization on black quarterbacks? I'm curious to know what you think. I'll tell you the real issue. I want to know what you guys think, right? Because that was the thing for a long time. Oh, Texans would never get a black quarterback. They would never, deal with it. And this was, niggas saying this. And I'm niggas. Do you think that it makes people look differently, right? We know that there was a statement a couple of years back that was a principal, assistant principal, something had said one time about black quarterbacks. I wouldn't say that necessarily applied to Deshaun's decision making on the field so much in bits and pieces, but maybe a little bit more so off the field, right? Because it just did not make the right. God damn it, Ray. You know what I mean? So, I wonder if it makes a difference. And again, maybe not, right? I don't know. I'd have to think twice about it. Now, I don't know about Willis. I've seen he's had the Man of God armbands and things like that on. We know that's a favorable thing to some people. But I think you still have some people who are out there on the outside committee on the leadership of the team situation. But Davis Mims, David Miles, Davis Webb, whatever the fuck his name is, doesn't matter. Nobody knows, right? He's a man of many names. This is your guy. This is your guy. Okay? Tyrod can come back, and we're almost feeling a certain way about the injuries and things like that. Tyrod can come back and look good maybe for the rest of the season. But Davis Mims is your starting quarterback for next year. I'm starting to believe this more and more. And y'all know when I cut the thing off, when I do my Alakazam, it's like I'm about to sneeze or something. But, all right. I don't know. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. Anyway, I don't want to sneeze on camera. It'd be one of them just nasty sneezes. Fucking boogers be all over the place. Got snot dripping all down your face. Looking like that episode of Ren and Stimpy when they was in that gas chamber thing. So, anyway. I'm really starting to feel this way. I'm really starting to believe that Davis will be your quarterback next year. I think right now, you're going to let him lead. You're going to try to let him develop. This is actually a plus to the Texans. This is to the point where they allow him to, you have no choice but to develop live in game because they said that they're going to open up the playbook for him. So I think though numbers are one thing, and I tell y'all about stat sexuals all the time. People use stats, so like I get it. When we're talking about Davis Mills, the numbers say right now he is playing like that, right? That he's playing like the best of the rookie quarterbacks, but maybe it's because they're playing so terrible that it makes him look good. Right now he's middle of the pack. He's not playing super trash. But he's not playing good, right? But he's playing just enough to be a perennial game manager. And I think that part of me feels like right now, until proven otherwise, I feel like he's playing relatively close to his ceiling. That's just my feelings, right? Like, I know some people feel like he's going to develop, give him more time, all of these things. I don't know, bro. Again, like I said, I see Osweiler. I don't even want to get the dude to get hit too much, right? But if I get hit too much, he might fuck around and break his neck. Shit, that would be awful, right? That would be really bad. That fucking neck looks unstable, right? That fucking Stretch Armstrong neck shit going on over there. So I don't know, right? I'm not sure how confident I am in his ability to stay up. But he took some hits though. He took some big hits in the fucking Carolina game. I'll give him that. Took some big hits in the Carolina game. He got back up and kept fighting for what it's worth. We are 76 deep. We got 40 haters in the sauce. I can't believe. What didn't you guys see Whitney? I know Whitney's your favorite Texan right now. Get them likes up. Hit that like button. Get them likes up, baby. You know what I'm saying? Get them up there, baby. Yeah. Well, I guess Pennywise, if that's your thing. That sucks. It won't let you do that. I don't show it on the thing. Yeah. What do you get out of that? That's weird. Pennywise. But if our O-line starts going to look up. And yeah, you can give them that. And I meant to get on the comment. I don't think we ever spoke on the comments the other day from Myles Garrett when he was talking about how the Texans were chipping him so much. And then Tunsil made a remark about what happened when he wasn't getting chipped. And I just want to say that the only reason I'm bringing it back up is because I did say, mark my motherfucking words, that Tunsil was going to stonewall him, and that did happen. And I like going back to when I was right, just like everybody else. So my thing is, get used to it. That's where we are. Get used to it. If Tyrod, comes back for the rest of the season and plays, cool. I think that moving forward, it is Davis Mills. But when you look forward and you compare him to all these other quarterbacks, and this is my points, I'll be all over the place, I got stuff to look at the chat, is that I feel like Davis Mills is playing kind of closer to his ceiling than any of the rest of these rookies are, right? I feel like game manager is ultimately what his career is going to be. I would love to be proven wrong. I hope that I am wrong. I hope they open up the playbook, this motherfucker comes out and balls out, and I got to sit here and say, hey, well, I said a thing and I was wrong about that thing. But I think the other guys have a level of talent. I think other guys were thrown into the mix, and some of these other dudes, a couple of them do have veterans in front of them, of course, but some of these other guys are in a situation to where, it's kind of on them. It sucks. I don't know what I've been getting this fucking sneezy feeling, right? I don't know what's been happening. I don't know, something in this house is fucking sneezing me, all right? I don't know what it is. Like, since I've gotten home, I've been fucking having this feeling like I've been having a sneeze. I've sneezed a couple of times. It's not Scotty. He's not in here. I don't know what the fuck it is. Sinuses and shit. Am I putting hope in Mills? Yes. Team Mills for the higher draft pick. But again, like I say, it's just a situation where I want to see. I don't think we really can truly judge him. And why I say that is because, like I said, the playbook has been opened up. The Texans have protected him. They, the best they can. They've kind of given him a limited amount of what to work with. But like I said, this week, he's got the offense. This week, he's going to, he said he's seen the Bills about a bunch of want to get fired. I mean, It would seem like, I mean, shit, the moves he made, that would seem like he wanted to get fired. The echo, I got to it. Hold up, baby. I had the mic, both of them, doubled it up. So, like I said, the moves he was making, it would seem like he wanted to get fired. You know what I mean? Yeah, because I try to keep the mic on when I cut the shit off, and then I forgot I got the mic attached to the damn. Let me cut that off. That would be the smart thing to do, right? So instead of fucking having to click it every fucking time. How about that? There we go. So slow down with the reverb. Fake though. So not the fake chopped and screwed. Well, like I said, so if he was trying to get fired, if he was trying to do some shit, trying to get fired, like I wouldn't be surprised. Like the moves you make, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. Who knows? I don't really give a shit. Like I don't even want to talk about Bill anymore. I don't want to talk about Bill. I don't want to talk about the past. I don't want to talk about the Texans ex lovers, right? The Billy O lovers. The Rick Smith lovers, the Hopkins lovers, the J.J. Watt lovers, the Deshaun lovers. I don't care. I don't care anymore. I'm ready for the future. And right now, the future is Mills. I can't even say that shit straight. The future is Mills. Okay? But again, like I said, the thing is just that we're going to see who Davis Mills really is this game. The playbook is going to open up like they say. The Bills are not a slouch. It's going to be interesting to see what he's capable of doing, right? And we're going to get more into it, like I say, tomorrow, because I'm really mad. Like I said, I just wanted to stream today because, like I said, damn, it's been a week fucking with this shit. But tomorrow, we're going to get real live. We're going to have a lot of fun. But give me a second. I want to open up the line. I haven't talked to my buds in the Sauce Nation in a while. Hope everything's cool. I don't even know if I download the fucking shit for the fucking phone line. I'm telling you, like, and it's crazy, right? Because the last couple of days, because I think I was going to stream, what's today, Wednesday? So it might have been Monday. I think everything went AWOL. And then I was trying to get everything together for yesterday. Like I said, I had basically nothing, trying to put it together from fucking scratch. It was just a bad deal. Windmills, David Mims, yeah. This is why he's not hot. All right. So y'all have to forgive me because, like I said, it'll be certain shit because there's just so much going on. Like as I'm trying to put everything back together, certain buttons I've forgotten. Like the fucking phone number. I should put that up here. I should definitely put that up there. That would definitely be a help. So while I get the phone numbers, you guys enjoy this. What's going on? No context. Tell me what's going on. Oh, I'm simping in the wrong. I'm gonna have y'all calling somebody, grandma, who is this, baby? I don't know who you trying to call, but you got the wrong number. I'm trying to remember the actual thing without fucking spelling out sauce. I think it's 2823, something like that. If it's the wrong number, y'all call it and then tell me it's the wrong number, and then I'll fix it. He's too happy to be in that position right there. It makes a lot more sense now. That's why he has such a big smile on his face, doesn't it? What's this do? I don't know what this does, but we're gonna fuck with it. No, I'm not gonna do that. I need the so if you want to call in 346-367-2823, 346-36 sauce. I think that's what it spells. I hope I put the number up there. correctly. If I did not, well, players fuck up. I have definitely been fucking up a lot these last few days. And it is what it is, though, right? Because not only do they fuck up, but they bounce back. All right, that was hurt your feelings. All right, let me get that out of there. How about this? What do you think he was talking about here? What do you what do you think he was talking about right here? Uh, so the Eagles on. That's my thing though, right? Like let's say that there are options out there. How do we know that he hasn't already given out a list of where he does and doesn't want to go? And the list is just Miami, right? That's it. And Miami just doesn't have the assets. Like, and how long, if you're the Texans, do you sit on this shit? Because, I mean, there is a possibility. There is a possibility, right? A huge possibility. That's how we looking. That's how Texas fans looking lately. Ever since Mills came in. When Tyrod was balling, we was fucking with it. Tyrod left. But, like I said, the thing about it, there's a huge possibility, right? Say like you wait till the end of the league year. That's what I was thinking, league year. And bad shit happens. Like, what if all the legal shit goes wrong, right? Yeah. Exactly. R. Kelly possibility. Shout out to Wild. Like, what if it all goes wrong? And then you're sitting there like, damn, we should have traded that motherfucker for a hamburger and a large fry. But now you got nothing. Nothing. You don't even get any sweet and sour sauce for your nuggets. But so that's my deal, right? Like what do you do? What do you do? And I asked that question earlier. And I think at this point, if you get a valid enough offer, you try to trade him before the deadline, maybe a little closer to the deadline to, allow all contenders to fight for his services. But it is what it is. And but here's my thing, like again, what if it is just holding out for fucking Miami and the Texans are in like a hostage situation? Because what's wrong with the Eagles? What's up, Vince? What's the motherfucking deal? But again, like I said, it's just if he can't handle Houston, right? He can't handle Philly. He's not built for Philly. You know what I mean? He has to go somewhere where it ain't been great for a while. You know what I mean? Where it hadn't just been spectacular. And everything he does will look amazing. But if he goes anywhere where there's been recent success and he doesn't achieve shit, then he's going to get shat upon, right? But the thing about the Eagles, the thing about Philly fans don't give a fuck. Philly fans won the Super Bowl and booed the motherfucker in the first game of the new season. Like, he's got to go somewhere. And I think this is how he thinks. Because, like I said, I had one way of believing about Mr. White, but now I feel a completely different way, right? And what I mean by that is I used to think that this was a guy who wanted to contend no matter what, right? Now I don't feel the same way. Now I feel like it's a dude that needs all the pieces to be right. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Speculation for the nation, Mr. Bennett. But like I said, like I feel like he's a dude that needs all the pieces to be right at this point. It's like, come on, man. Like, if anybody else is offering, if Philly was an offer on the table, what's wrong with that, right? But like I said, there's so many moving parts. The Texans want to get what they want out of it. Teams ain't trying to pay out the ass, no pun intended, for a guy who, no pun intended. This nigga Broderick. Yeah, you want Davis to make the Pro Bowl, so you ain't got to come off them ribs, nigga. But again, like I said, it's just a situation where let me get this off screen. What the fuck is this? It's a situation where there's so many moving parts that yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't think he can handle Philly. Um, I've heard the rumors of the Giants, but I don't know. The Giants, New York is a different place, but if he's thinking branding and all that shit, which I do believe is a part of it, I think you got to put your brand is going to take like no matter what, no matter what. Because if he has to talk about what happened and what took place, you got to understand the day and age we live in, right? In the day and age that we live in, you can talk about sex, you can over sexualize shit if you're a female. You can talk about all the niggas you fucking and the bags you get and all that shit, and that's okay. But in the day and age we live in, you cannot be, and I don't care if every encounter is proven to be consensual, it will still look negative on his behalf, right? No matter how the outcome, because he's a man and he manipulated these women into doing stuff they probably do on a regular basis. Because he's powerful. He probably threatened them, even though he probably didn't, but he could have, and the potential of doing it exists. You know, it's not about empowerment when you're a man. You know what I'm saying? You can make all these crazy videos and all this other stuff. You can be a Meg Thee Stallion and talk about nothing but twerking and fucking and sucking and stealing and whatever else he talks about. And Nike will sponsor you. Nike will sponsor you. You get a twerk outfit. You become a hot girl coach. But you cannot be a man in this day and age and actually be having sex. And people know about it, consensual or not. You're gonna get a negative reputation, so it's gonna be looked down upon, right? And that's unfortunate for him. That's say if they give a TJ and two first. Oh, good grief. Uh, I mean that definitely bumps up the Watt fans. It brings all the people who left when JJ left back. Hey, we got the other Watt brother. It's a Texans miracle. Yeah, motherfuckers would that shit would never stop, bro. Take a look around. Oh, did somebody call in? Did I miss? Oh, the thing ain't pop up. Not bad if you called and I did not get your call. I apologize. Like I said, I don't know. Maybe I got some settings fucked up or something. Which I'm 90% sure that I do. Like I say, because I don't know if I've taken any calls since I think I was in the den. I did. I chopped it up with Dan the other day, so I did take some calls. But then why is this not showing the fuck up? Maybe because I have this up here. I don't know. But again, I apologize. Whomever called, feel free to call back. I won't promise, but I'll do my best to get your call this time. Well, I guess if I keep doing that, I will never get the call. Why is this doing? What kind of malarkey and jank is taking place? Oh, well, this is why all this stuff is happening. Honcho, hit the fucking button. There we go. There we go. All right. There we go. Now, I'm not calling them the white. That's the damn Redskins. Like, I cannot call them the Washington football team, right? They're the damn Redskins. Because if that's the case, if we're doing all this, let's get rid of the Chiefs, right? Who else can we get rid of? And the Chiefs is a random Indian reference. Oh, good grief. All right, what's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling in to the sauce line this evening? Well, I guess I should put the right fucking thing on. That's why. All right. Can you hear me? What's good? Who we got calling in?
It's the feds, man.
God damn the feds. Let me hide the shit. What's going on, man? How you been, man? Okay. Mm. Mm. Yeah. 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 You got Russell. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Now I agree. Now this is nothing but logic that you're saying here. But now we're talking about the Houston Texans. Now again, I don't want to tie old habits to a new regime, but do you think that's the direction that they go in? Do you think that they try to retain Tyrod Service if he continues to play when he returns as he did earlier in the year? Or do you think, hey, we got a cheap guy here. We can just kind of get through this next year with Mills and maybe see what's in the next class, not the upcoming club, but the one after this?
The Discord thought the same thing, right? We never wanted a Patriots guy, but it looks to me like Nick Casario is doing the right things. And I think if Nick Casario evaluates the draft and he says, listen, we don't have a quarterback, all right? Rattler isn't doing too well. That Howell guy isn't doing too well. Obviously, if anybody's been watching college football, which I know Spitz has, he'll say that the Clemson quarterback, who I think will be a junior next year, is looking awful, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nick Casario might just say, listen, Tyrod, he came back after getting hurt, and, he did pretty well. Maybe he throws for, 20 touchdowns, 30 touchdowns, who knows, right?
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what happens. And they say, you know what, we can probably sign Tyrod to another one-year deal. We'll put Mills in as the backup. If something goes wrong, at least Mills had some experience in the season, and we'll just kind of press forward to the next season. I think that's what will happen.
Now, I have to tell you, because I'd be a terrible host if I didn't. I hit you with a thing called the Roman. I did not realize that for the first half of the call, prior to me asking about the new regime, I had you muted, sir. So if you would not mind reiterating, what you said, so Sauce Nation, get off my ass, you know what I'm saying, and, so they can hear what you had said.
All good, all good. Well, if Trill's in the chat, Trill, it's the Feds. I'm back. How's everybody doing? If you're in the Discord, you know who I am. If not, oh well. But basically what I was saying is that Davis Mills is not the answer. Davis Mills is a third-round pick, which means that Davis Mills is third in the depth chart, essentially, right? If you put Davis Mills on any team in the NFL, for example, the Chicago Bears, where would Davis Mills end up? You got Justin Fields, Andy Dalton, and Nick Foles. He probably wouldn't even make the roster, right? So let's get off our high horse and say that, Davis Mills might be the answer for the Houston Texans. He's not, all right? He's not the answer. What I say is keep Tyrod. When he comes back, whenever he gets healthy, put him in the lineup, let him start. If Nick Casario doesn't see that in the offseason there's a quarterback that's ready to go, like a Spencer Rattler or a Sam Howell, just sign Tyrod next year. That's it. Just sign Tyrod for another year. You can keep Davis Mills on the roster, keep him as your second or whatever. It doesn't matter. If you go ahead and get rid of him, I don't think anybody's going to care. And you move on with it. But I'm tired of people saying that Davis Mills is the answer. Davis Mills isn't the answer. He might win you a game or two, all right? To me, Davis Mills reminds me of a bigger Tom Savage, essentially, right? He's a big Tom Savage. He'll get the ball out there. If you don't put him in a perilous situation, he might get you a touchdown every once in a while. But, I mean, he isn't a savior. He's no Tyrod Taylor. He's no Deshaun Watson, all right? He's just not.
Okay. That might be his new nickname from now, Big Tom Savage. Yeah,
he's just a big Tom Savage.
Yeah, and Hector, you will be surprised, man. There are people who are championing the cause of Davis Mills, and they are more and more. And you got a lot of Texas fans. Just give him a chance, man. You just got, man. Look, again, I talk about the eye test all the time. I think we all know where I'm going with that. So, but yeah, I mean, just because he's a quarterback, just because he played quarterback in college, doesn't mean that he is going to be a successful quarterback in the NFL. I mean, he was barely in college, so there's that.
No, I mean, how many college quarterbacks have we seen that we said are going to be the next guy, and they never turn out to be nothing? I mean, take an example. I mean, being Texans here, Vince Young, right? Vince Young comes out of college, 2005, wins the Rose Bowl, wins the national championship, right? Goes to the Tennessee Titans, and people think he's going to be the next big thing. And what happened? Vince Young was out of the league, 5 years later, right? DeMarcus Russell, another example. So, I mean, these were first-round picks. I'm not comparing Davis Mills to that. I mean, Davis Mills, I think, fell exactly where he is. I think he's a serviceable quarterback. I'm not saying that Davis Mills is trash. I'm not saying that Davis Mills is, the worst quarterback. He's not a Brock Osweiler. I said he's a Tom Savage. I think he'll win you a game or two. I think if you protect Davis Mills, if you give him the weapons like Brandon Cooks, if oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank here. Our rookie wide receiver,
Nico Collins.
Yeah, exactly. So if he gets back on the roster, he gets healthy, we have a chance. I'm not saying that Mills is going to be awful, but he's not the answer. He's not going to be the future starting quarterback for the Houston Texans. And I'll eat my crow on it if I'm wrong, but I'm just saying.
Yeah. No, I agree. That's kind of the same boat. I mean, like I say, look, man, the dude, he'll do what he's supposed to do, ultimately. And like I said, I'm with everything opened up, with the playbook, quote unquote, opened up according to Cully, I'm very curious to see how he handles it. And again, maybe we see something. Maybe he was limited in his skill set or limited in what he could do because of the limited play calling. But he had limited play calling for a reason. Because if they thought that he was that guy, then trust me, they'd open up the whole playbook for him prior to this. But again,
well, that was exactly my next point. They've had Davis Mills since May. They've seen him in rookie training camps. They've seen him in training camp. If they thought that Davis Mills was the guy, if they thought he was the next Patrick Mahomes or the next Justin Herbert, don't you think they would have opened up that entire playbook on the Panthers defense and said, hey, Davis, go out there and do what you do, man. Ball. No, absolutely not. They barely let him throw the ball. It was mostly running plays. The Texans were basically losing the game on purpose, saying, listen, we don't want the tide to change any more than it has to. We know if we let Davis Mills ball out, he's probably gonna make mistakes, right? He's not that kind of quarterback. We're gonna have to ease him into this. People are saying, oh, well, Davis Mills didn't perform well because the offensive coordinator, Tim Kelly, said that, oh, well, I'm gonna have to keep back the play. Of course he did. Of course he did. What idiot would go out there and say, hey, Davis Mills, here's the playbook. Do whatever you want. No, absolutely not. He's a third-round quarterback. But I'll get off that point. My last point here, and I'll get off the phone, is about Deshaun Watson. Listen, Deshaun. Actually, not Deshaun. I should say Nick. Trade him as soon as you can. ASAP. Listen. If something comes out, if a ruling comes out and it says, listen, Deshaun's guilty, what are we with? We're stuck with everything, right? We can't trade him. He'll be banned from the NFL. I don't know how his contract works. I don't know if we still have to pay him or whatever. Just get rid of him. Just get rid of him now. All right? With him right now, you might get 2 first-round picks. Just take it. Run with it. We haven't had a first-round pick in 3 years. Just take it. Right? Just go. Get rid of him. Send him to wherever he wants to go to. If he wants to go to the Giants, send him to the Giants. It doesn't matter. Take your picks and run with it. All right? Don't hold on to him any longer than you have to. You never know what's going to happen. You never know who's the next person that's going to come out that's going to ruin everything, right? Yes. All it takes is a few more girls to come out and then completely ruin the Texans' chances of trading him for anything, really. Correct. So I say get rid of him now.
I agree. And like I said, all it has to be is some, hey, we did some real freaky weird shit. Oh, okay. And like I said, everything could be consensual, in my opinion. Just the fact that it's so many of them, and it's not like people don't know that athletes do these things. It's just the manner in which he did it that makes it look so sketchy. You know what I mean? And so, again, it is what it is. I agree with you. Let's get rid of him as soon as we can and get what we can get for him.
Exactly. All right, Honcho, I'm going to let you go, man. Appreciate the show. I appreciate everything you do, and I'll talk to you later.
All right. Shout out to the feds, man. Appreciate you calling in.
All right.
All right. So you see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I got to fix the line. Look at all the little beeps and stuff, making noises and things. Hold on, let me fix the settings. Do, 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 do. What's going on? All right, there we go. I think that should be good. I think that's how it's supposed to be. But, and that's my thing, right, is with Davis Mills. It's not even a shit on the dude. Like, here's the thing, okay? Here's the thing. People, and it's the overly positive fans that do this, right? It's not the people who are realistic. It's not Sauce Nation. It's not the people who are saying this is what it is, this is what it is. It's not us, okay? Because we're calling it like we see it. So if we're wrong, it's like, oh, well, shit, we're fucking wrong. It's the people who take a third rounder, and because we hadn't had a pick in so long, or everything else that's going on, and because he's a quarterback, they scan through everything that they can try to find to make him Derek Watson. That nigga ain't want to be normal. And they look for everything that they can find to try to hype themselves up as to why this guy's going to be good, he's going to be great, or we're going to win it all. And it's like, you're doing a disservice to yourself, you're doing a disservice to the player. Let him be who he becomes, right? And what we've seen right now is not really looking like it. Now, you got a couple of factors. You can say, oh, well, Tyrod was playing great. He's playing like one of the better quarterbacks in the league. So, of course, he's not going to get that shot. Tyrod goes down. All right, cool. Well, even as a backup, you're not getting a bunch of reps. It's first team. You only got so much time to practice. You want to execute. And then you backdoor on a short week. So you can say, oh, this is why you had time. That's fine. You got the same playbook as everybody else. You're getting the mental reps in, right? And so obviously there's just something that they saw that he's not quite ready for all of that. Let's take it easy. Now, you got a full week. We expect you. You're getting paid like everybody else to perform. So I'm in the position where, from what I've seen so far, it's nothing exciting. It's like standard quarterback play. And that's what it should be. When I mean standard is just enough to stay in the league type quarterback play. But if he balls out, I'll give him his due. Right now, though, I don't see it. Like I say, without a whole lot on his plate, there's still some throws he's not making. There's still some things that are not being said. So when you open up the opportunity, when you give a person more options, and this is with anything in life, right? It becomes tougher to make those decisions. So what I mean by that is, like, say you're on the cereal aisle. You got, depending on what kind of person you are, you got Golden Grams, which are greatness, especially they brought back the honey flavor. You got Golden Grams, you got like Lucky Charms, and then you got them trash ass Cinnamon Toast Crunches, okay? And depending on what kind of person you are, if you only have one box of cereal, you're just like, I want some cereal, I can have that cereal, cool. Easy decision, right? Well, now you're like, I got 3 boxes. I can make the right decision and get the Golden Grams. I can make a so-so decision and get these Lucky Charms, or I can make a bad decision and get this Cinnamon Toast Crunch, right? And the person I'm talking about, this because of, isn't in here. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm going to drop predictions on Sunday. We're going to talk, like I said, we'll talk more about the game tomorrow. And then October, around the corner, we'll start talking more Rockets. And, we'll see if we get some Astros talk going, all that other good stuff. One, Golden Grams is for the Golden God, for those of you who know that reference. Raisin Bran has so much sugar in that shit. And Raisin Bran Crunch has so much more sugar. There's a particular reason why I have beef with Cinnamon Toast Crunch. And there's an individual behind that particular reason. And like I said, the individual is not in here. And so it is what it is. But like I said, but when you have these choices, right? You have these choices between cereals, like, you gotta think, oh, this one here, you might be, it's got more sugar in it. This might have better flavors. This one might tastes like cinnamon ass. And so, you have choices. You have to make decisions, right? But if you have the minimal options, make it easier for you to make decisions. So now that things are opening up, more opportunities, you got a couple of things that it's going to impact. It's going to impact Tim Kelly's play calling, because Tim Kelly now has to think about Davis Mills' particular strengths and weaknesses and say, all right, is this play call what's best for him? Is me calling this going to put him in the best situation, right? As opposed to, oh, okay, I know Tyrod, I'm good, I can call anything, whatever I got. As opposed to now, it's like, yeah, the playbook's opened up, but can Davis handle it? Is Davis going to make the right decision? Like, that's where we are, right, Nico? And so, it is what it is, man. See, I think old records should be left alone, and new ones since they started switching to 17 games. You got a point, right? You do have a point. You got a point, right? And but you got to understand why they're not going to do that, Dante. The reason why they're not going to do that is, again, the NFL is trying to appeal to a new crowd, right? And that crowd, mainly statsexuals. And so what good is it when all the numbers have basically been pushed to the max and you have quarterbacks pushing it all, kind of averaging right there together about in that same group, receivers maxing it out almost. It's like, how do you up those records? How do you up those numbers? How do you make it more interesting? How do you make the possibility of breaking a record? Just add another fucking game, right? Lucky Mills would expire. Damn. I think Mills could be an Andrew Luck. Give it a 5% chance. Well, my friend, that's too high of a chance. He said Ryan Tannehill, that's some Josh Rosen-Harper. That's terrible. But yeah, and that's what I'm saying. So it's like the numbers is what it is. People love fantasy football. It makes it more intriguing. It makes more people watch somewhat. They may be watching Red Zone or something. Like I said, you got more touchdowns. Ladies like more points. Ladies like more, big plays, things like that. I knew it. Eventually, we'll wait till I'm damn near at the end of the stream. God dang it. But I'm gonna say maybe developing a pill habit. But good grief. See now, look. What the hell is going on? This doesn't make any sense. Coronavirus. Shit is real. Well, if I do, well, gosh darn. Shit. Booster. Oh, that's funny. Oh, my man said booster. Anyway, it's Big Texas, baby. All right, so you know what it is. It's about that time. About that time to wind it down. I've missed you guys. It's been about a week, and it's just seemed like it's been an eternity. But like I said, we working on a couple of more things. It's a lot more to come. Like I said, it's we finna level up, right? I take pride in. Are you on the line? I don't know why. See, I don't know why it has been doing that. Like anybody that's been on the damn hold, the one that is not showing me. I thought you'd hung up because it didn't show up. Let me see, Vince, if you want to, hang up and call right back, Vince. And I got you. I'll take your call. I don't want you, if you've been sitting on hold, that would be very rude. If you want to call in, I'll take your call, and then we'll wrap up after that. For some reason, it ain't. Like, usually it's supposed to pop up after, I got to see what's going on with the settings. Like I said, everything has been reset. So, like I said, it's supposed to, after one call hangs up, it's usually like a minute gap in between, and then it's supposed to bring the other one up on the line. So I got to see what's going on and why it's not cooperating. I don't know why it's not doing that. But but again, like I said, and not hit a D-pad. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's just, we'll see. We'll see what happens, right? He had a solid pass to Cooks a while back, and then, like I said, he had a lot of passing. I need to see a sustained drive, right? That's what I need to see from Davis Smith. I need to see a sustained drive. I need to see I need to see something not, because what it was damn near to the second half or later in the second half before they crossed the fucking 50, it seemed like. I'm not seeing things that a potential starter in this league has. Like I said, I have not seen necessarily what I like to call the flashes. Again, yeah, little short throws, guy makes a play, gets in the end zone, that's one thing. But we'll ultimately know when he has the whole recipe, not the recipe, the whole menu at the dinner table. We'll see what he chooses and how he decides to eat. Is he going to be precise with a fork and a knife, or is he going to eat with his hands and make a mess? We will find out. I'm not sure why. I don't know why it's not. I'm not sure. Try to give Vince a couple of minutes here to call in a minute or two. If not, we're going to wrap it up. I don't know why the phone line is doing whatever the fuck it's doing. But you say Watson didn't get respect to year 3? No, not true. That motherfucker was balling. He was balling his rookie year. He was on pace to set like a gang of fucking records, and he got hurt. Like, that motherfucker Watson was putting on shows. Like, he was Watson got. It's because he played for Houston. Like, Watson himself got respect. You know what I'm saying? But it was just like, oh, this is the guy that, won the national championship. Like, they didn't ask him shit about the fucking Texans. They didn't give a fuck about what the Texans were doing. It was just fucking what Watson had going on. And I don't know why. Apparently, somebody, I'm not going to say who, but I meant to share this with y'all. I got sent this, I didn't realize I got sent this until a while back. And so, all right, there we go. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling in to the sauce line this evening?
What's good, Honcho? It's Vince.
Vince, what's on your mind this evening, Mr. Vince?
So, man, nothing, man. I was just, my whole thing, man, I wanted to know is, what's the thing that this Texas organization is not going to repeat itself, man? And what I mean by that is, we know Mills is not the answer, but the thing about it is, let's say the Texans get the number 1 pick this year. They get another franchise quarterback. What's the belief that the organization is going to put pieces around them to compete for championships if they didn't do that for Watson? See, the thing about it is that, pieces got taken. And the thing about it is that Nick Nasario a couple of years ago, they were with the GOAT, and they wouldn't even get the GOAT pieces. So if they didn't get the GOAT pieces, why do you believe they're going to give a franchise quarterback pieces to be successful?
Do you think that was more on Nick or more on Bill? Belichick. You know what I'm saying? As far as in New England.
Well, here's the thing, though. He was still there.
Mm-hmm.
Nick was there during that time, too. So, to me, it just don't feel like it's going to be any different.
Mm-hmm.
Even if they get another quarterback, I just think they're going to find a way to fuck it up.
I mean, that's not out of the realm of possibility. Like I say, there's still some individuals in that building who have a little bit too much say-so and a little bit too much sway that,
Exactly.
I'll never feel
what I'm
comfortable
concerned
with.
about.
Yeah, I'll never feel comfortable until some of them names are no longer, on the Texans payroll, but that's another conversation. But, yeah, I think that...
Because then...
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I'm saying because I think as long as you got like some of them individuals with that type of influence, it's going to sway the type of guys they pick up. And let's be honest, you need to have a mixture of personalities when it comes to fielding a successful team. And you can't have a bunch of good guys. Yeah, they may all do the right thing, but sometimes you need a guy or two on that roster that's willing to do the wrong thing, or maybe just to push a little bit too far. I'm a firm believer in that, but. If you just worried about character and selling tickets, that's one thing. But I think ultimately, money talks and bullshit walks. And so I think, everybody's still talking about, the Easterby debacle and all that other shit. You got to look at this season where the stadiums are open, there's no real COVID measures in those things. You sided with a guy, right? And Cal has to see this. He sided with a particular guy. And it went with his opinion. But when you look at that stadium, it looks in a way that you've never seen it before. That shit is empty. These motherfuckers are sold out, but damn near every game for 20 years. Now, yeah, the ticket sales may say quote-unquote sold because you got all these aftermarket people who pick these tickets up. But, the scans, I guarantee you say something different. The scans, I guarantee you say a third of that. You know what I mean? And so that's the problem. So... That's my whole deal about it right there. So I mean, I think that once he sees those numbers dropping like that, there's only one way that it is, and so you gotta deal with that, man. You're gonna have to think eventually somebody gonna get out of there if the money don't get right.
And see, the thing about it is too. Not only that, their history has been even when they were in New England, they didn't pay a lot of people. It seemed like big money for free agents that they could have had. It seems like all the money that they've been spending is after the fact. That Brady's out of there, and then they went and spent a bunch of money on the free agents now, but they didn't do none of that before. Yeah. And so now you got some of them here. It just, to me, man, it just seems like it's going to just repeat itself. Yeah. It just feels like they're going to get another franchise quarterback and do the same shit. And it seems like it's more about selling tickets than it is putting a competitive football team on the field.
Mm-hmm. And I agree with you.
It's that to me,
Yeah, I agree with you. But like I said, if you keep looking like that and them tickets ain't selling, then that's when you got to start to really reevaluate why this has happened. It's something that has never happened in the Texans' history. You know what I mean? Right. Through thick and thin, that motherfucker's always been. That bitch looked like a preseason game last game.
Well, not only that, my other question is now is with the Texans, what they got going on now. Now they kind of look like, is this now a franchise where the only players that come here now are if you're hurt and you're trying to prove yourself to get a big contract to go sign with somebody else, or are you just a player that this is your last stop at Houston, you collect a couple more checks, then you retire? Because that's all it seems like. That's what it's about to be. Because it doesn't seem like no more big time free agents are going to come here.
Yeah. Like I said, it's going to take them proving something. Like that's what I say. They would definitely have to upset the apple cart, like the way that they were kind of looking with Tyrod at the helm, and picking it up like competing, even though with all the lackluster names and shit, and then for people to look at it differently. But with him going down and now it looking like the Texans everybody expected it to be, I think you are correct. I think it's going to be just kind of a stopgap. Like I say, to me, this usually has been a farm system where we'd have a lot of talent and then ship it off to other teams in the league. They go off and have success. Now, like I say, we're the used car dealership. We're getting some trade-ins. We might be able to pawn a couple off on somebody, but for the most part, it is what it is, man. Like it is. I don't think it's going to be a good look for a while. I think it's going to be a while before the Texans really get back to the playoff conversation, to any kind of respect around the league or anything like that. It may be longer than we want.
Yeah, Yeah, it's just unfortunate, man, because, you know, like I said, when I wasn't watching my 49ers play, I was watching Deshaun play.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, you know, it was at the same time, man.
Yeah.
And then it just seemed like by the snap of the fingers, everything's changed just like that. So it's just pretty crazy, man.
I agree.
Pretty crazy.
The only way I see something change, like I said, they'd have to. I mean, they would real live have to go get rid of old buddy, Jack, and figure out some way to make all the rest of that other shit disappear, and try to. I mean, because that's the only thing. You gave this guy a promotion, and all of a sudden, ticket sales or attendance. We can say ticket sales are one thing. Attendance has dropped significantly. You know, people say, "Oh, it ain't gonna matter." Like I think that debacle happened when everybody was talking about a few people I've known here. People who called into the sauce said, "Man, fuck that." I canceled my season tickets. I got a chance to be on the list I've been waiting for long. I said, "Fuck that." I didn't want to be like. So obviously there is an impact. Like I say, the money is the motherfucking issue. And if Jack is fucking up the money, then shit, hit the road, Jack. That's how it's going.
Yeah, man, because it just seems like the head of the snake hasn't been cut off yet. So. It's just crazy, so.
Yeah.
But that's what's up, man. I just want to, like I said, holler at everybody in the chat, man. And like I said, we'll see what happens, man.
All right. Well, that's a bit, Mr. Vince, man. I appreciate you calling in and sharing your thoughts with us this evening, sir.
All right, man.
Already.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Shout out to Vince. Yeah, and I agree. Like I'm anti-patriot. Shit, but I'm a person who's also willing to give a motherfucker a chance, and Nick hasn't upset me yet. He's in an odd, peculiar situation, and I think it depends on how he handles the whole Deshaun debacle. It's going to be very interesting, ultimately, to see what the outcome is, but, only one way to find out. But here is the deal. It is time to say goodbye for the evening, right? And you know how we do. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Talking, spilling sauce, splash, splash, splick-a-dash. And then, like I say, we'll have some other shit going on. Like I say, just stay tuned. The sauce is about to get much more lively. It's about to get much more exciting. Y'all just stay tuned. Is all I got. I agree. I don't trust anybody from New England. Them East Coast cats say words, son. Boston. I don't trust anybody who eats Boston baked beans and doesn't like barbecue. But with that being said, I appreciate y'all. I fucks with y'all. Sauce Nation. Y'all are the livest, the freshest ingredients in all the land. I think what is it? Is tomorrow Thursday? I think Thursday, because like I said, man, I missed some shit this week. I'm upset about it. But we'll start looking at the Bills game. Unless some other crazy shit comes up. And then, like I say, we're getting into close to October, so we're going to be ready to start talking Rockets. I'm looking forward to it, man. Like I say, it's gonna be some fun. We're going to have a blast, man. But I got to slide out of here. That's what she said. To number 4. Anyway, and gonna get ready for the den, but I appreciate y'all, man. I fuck with y'all. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. If y'all ain't subscribed, y'all just over your ear hustling. If y'all ain't hit the like button, y'all are terrible people if you ain't hit that motherfucking like button. Yeah, with that being said, I appreciate y'all, and I'm out. I'm gone. Adios. I don't have nothing else to say. Shut up, a deuce. All that good shit.